नॉर्वे उत्तम आनी अगणीत नातुराल सुरोपांयन भरिल्लो असो युरोपाच्या माथ्यावयलो एक गिरेस्त देश. रातच्या मळबार दिसपी नॉर्दर्न लायट्स, उंच पर्वत आनी कोस्ट लायनीचेर आशिल्लीं 50,000 वयर आयलंडां वो जुंवे ह्या नॉर्वे देशाक एक वेगळेंच रूप दितात. तर ह्या पयशिल्ल्या देशा आनी आमच्या गोंया मदें कितें संबंद आसत काय? हो संबंद जावन आसा पोर्वोरीची कंपनी कोडवर्क, जी नॉर्वेच्या कस्टमरा खातीर वेब डेव्हलपमेंट आनी डिजिटल मार्केटिंगाचें काम करता. कोडवर्क ह्या 3 फेर्नांडीस भावांनी सुरू केली. सगळ्यात व्हडलो आनी नॉर्वेक सेटल जाल्लो एरन थंयच्यान धंदो इंडियेक धाडटा जाल्यार हांगासून जुडा आनी कॅलब डेव्हलपमेंट आनी डिलिव्हरी मॅनेज करतात. तो आयज कोडवर्क हे कंपनीक बारीकसाणीन वळखून घेवया. कोडवर्क कंपनी सुरू कशी जाली?
I've been altogether around 7 years in Norway. I've been outsourcing work to India and to other countries around the world for a very long period of time. In those, actually, the entire 7 years I've been there, and before as well, while I was here. So, setting something up in India was just something bound to happen. We started Codework more out of desperation because the quality of work we got was not very. It wasn't up to the mark. It wasn't up to European standards. The things our clients wanted there could not be fulfilled by just hiring a team. We needed to have hands-on, needed to be able to see and alter things that people did, and even to the extent of picking people for the job. So Codework was basically a product out of frustration. We started with 2 people in Jan last year. And today we are 25 people in Goa. We've got Finland. We're trying to get into England. We've got a base in the US, Norway, and we are inching away into Sweden as well. We've got decent affiliation in the Nordics at the moment. So that's Codework in a nutshell.
कोडवर्काची इंडियेक मेन ऑफिसां खंय खंय आसात?
When we set up Codework, Codework was basically in Bombay. We thought of setting up at Bombay, and the reason we went there was because Bombay is known to be a place where you get a lot of developers. We never assumed in our wildest dreams that we would have such a big center here with so many people and so much of talent flow in Goa itself. So we started off in Bombay. We kicked off pretty soon with a team of 2 people, and it increased, I think, to around 10 people in 3-4 months. Very easy to hire people. I got Caleb on board, which is one of my brothers, in Jan, and he was willing to jump in with the startup and take a risk on the idea I had and the plan I had further. Mid-year, we realized that we should. We actually my dad had an empty place in Poruri in Sukur. So we said, why not? And I met one of my school classmates who was into the same line. Said, why not take that place, try it out with 1 or 2 guys and see if we have another center here as well. And that time I got my other brother on board as well. So administration of the Goa and the Bombay office was much easier. One would administer Goa and the other Bombay. So we started Goa off with one person, and it just grew from there. To such an extent that we realized we got much more quality and much more good English-speaking people in Goa. So we slowly started decreasing the amount in Bombay and increasing the amount in Goa. So we've come a long way since then.
एरन नॉर्वे कसो पावलो काय?
I did my education from St. Xavier's in Mopsa. I think we were the second batch to do the mass communication and video production. That's what it was called. So I did that. I did a couple of years freelancing here. I was, even though I had a video background, I did more into graphic design, which led to front end eventually. I'm actually, in Norway, they call someone like me a potato because you could be used to, apart from the size, you could be used to a lot of things. I've done front end, I've done SEO, I've gone pretty deep with conversion optimization. So after education, I did a couple of years here freelancing, and I got a contract through some of Dad's friends, to an opportunity to build up that web shop, the 4 physical shop, taking them online. took the opportunity, went there, and things just rolled. I was just headhunted to different organizations. I also work as a consultant for a couple of companies. That's how I sell myself in and then get them used to the entire outsourcing model, because it's very hard for trust is quite a big factor in outsourcing these days. And it was there I realized that there is potential here, and in a couple of years I also learned the language, so it was pretty easy for me to move around from from client to client. I had a job. I also did a lot of freelance work at the side. That's where I got in contact with a lot of people. My second job was with a much bigger web shop, which was called Horse.com, and they had bases all over Europe. That's pretty much where I built my contact net. I worked social media with them. I worked analysis. I did the entire Google Analytics, traffic analysis, conversion optimization. So that's where I got to know a whole new bunch of people there, and brought those contacts over to the next job. And then finally, when we decided to launch Codework, I already had a contact net, so it was much easier for me to tap into these places. And outsourcing is a very, very relevant theme for the Nordics currently, because of the increase of startups over there.
सगळ्यान व्हडले त्रास कसले जाले काय?
We ended up starting a company because we couldn't find the quality we needed. So our entire journey to finding quality in code, quality in people was very hard, and it was sometimes I've been in situations where developers held up code in ransom for something. I've been in situations where people have turned off their phone and disappeared, and I'm standing in front of the customer with absolutely no idea what to say. We've hired people to do a job, and they've turned out to be absolutely no good at what they were hired. We've got people who faked resumes, faked references. We've got people who've taken so many days off that there was almost no productivity left. So we've gone through the entire hard learning curve. Some of the biggest challenges in Codework we faced was when I think a lot of businesses face these today. When people start building competitor organizations in the organization, we've had two instances where we've had two companies spring off of us and leave, and that's all in a short period of a year.
अजून मेरेन धंद्यान सगळ्यान व्हडल्यो घडण्यो कसल्यो आसल्यो?
The key turning point was when we realized my dad had a little open space, and we had one person we could hire down in Goa. Goa was our turning point, because we realized Bombay was a lot of bulk people, but very few trustable people, and even few people who were actually, this again differs from case to case. For us, we just met, all the 10-15 people we met in the beginning were just not the right people. So Goa was our turning point. And definitely trying to convince Jura to jump off mechanical engineering to try his luck at a startup was a big, that I would consider a turning point, because then we have much more administration force on the top.
Codeworkak गोंय पोसता की ना?
The thing is, we never thought Goa could actually be a big venture, because we were not sure whether developers would turn up to work the next day. But after a month or two, it started getting really good. People actually, like, if you get the right Goans, you can actually start an awesome business. They're very dedicated, some of them. Like, we on the other hand are also party animals sometimes, and we know to do the extreme of both. We know how, even if it goes late in the night, we know the next morning we have to come to work. So that was one thing that we were looking for, and we found many like-minded individuals in Goa. So it kicked off. We started doing a lot of work. We kept on. We've never gone down, we've always gone up in Goa with employees. And today we're at 24, all here right out of Goa. And that was actually the main thing that clicked for us in Goa. But Goa also has its bad side to it, some of the points, but we've managed to work around those things. One of the biggest problems we face with Goa is the only two variables I feel are still in our business. One is electricity, which you can never guarantee. and the second variable is internet. I think Goa has a very bad infrastructure for internet. It's pathetic. Like, he knows a lot about the problems we faced with internet. He could maybe add a few.
Internet in Goa, there's definitely potential for a lot of companies to come down here and set up. But as of today, like when we went to Bangalore recently on a trip, there was a home in Bangalore that paid 900 rupees for 50 Mbps to get a broadband connection. Well, whereas in Goa we paid 1,300, 1,400 for a 1 Mbps connection or 2 Mbps. So that's the difference.
Yeah, but I think if not Goa, there wouldn't be any other place in India we would think of doing. We even considered Philippines and Ukraine as options because we have good leads there. And in Philippines, I have an aunt who has some family there who we could start with. We built our entire model with people, trustable people. So those are the ventures. So if not Goa, it wouldn't be India. I don't think we could get ourselves accustomed to the culture in India. Of course, Goa is way different. The lifestyle in Goa is completely different from India. And we like it out here. We are Goan at heart. The thing is, Bangalore is super fast moving. They have a lot of talent. But the thing is, we build our network based on people we know. And there, if you start an outsourcing model, I would never be able to leave the company into someone's hand. And in India, everyone knows what happens. In Bangalore especially, I have 3 company examples where people have just screwed over the person who owns the company and taken all the employees and started something new. So that is a big risk in India where people can just jump with your whole company somewhere else. And hence family. That's the main reason why Aaron has told you that he wanted his brothers involved in it. Yeah, so that was the Goa in a nutshell.
Codework today is running because of trustable employees. That's what we have. We've actually based our company on trustworthy people. So that's really cool.
And I think a lot of companies do have a chance in Goa. You just have to find the right factors to click with. And you said that Goa is not a bad place. Goa, and we have European clients who could kill 2 birds in one stone, could get a free holiday in Goa as well as come for business. So this is a perfect environment. I think the government has a big role to play in the future of the IT scene in Goa. At the end of the day, if the government works harder and gives more, because the startups need a 1-year period to literally start growing into something big. But if you get thrown around and tossed around in that first year, other than work, struggling with our own problems that are trying to work effective, work better, we have problems about trying to get papers, trying to get registration, trying to get the right legal terms, struggling for internet, struggling for this, that. So there's no subsidization, there's no form of, okay, this is a helping hand. Let me help you stand up and then you can grow and benefit the entire Goa. Like, you can have a startup that tomorrow has 500 employees. No one's stopping that. But I think it has a lot to do with whether the government sees that as a future potential for Goa or just sees it as a place for tourism. Because you combine both and you have something completely awesome.
My local panchayat over here, which I've been struggling with the shop and establishment for the last 7 months or 8 months. I've kept my papers the day I entered this premise, but I've never got my shop and establishment clearance from them. So I used little help of the local MLA when I came. Then I really needed the document, and he helped me a lot. So Goa, in certain areas, they can slack off, they can take it very easy. So that's all there. That's part and parcel of the whole show here in Goa.
फुडल्या 5 आणि 20 वर्सांनी कोडवर्क खंय पावतले काय?
When we kicked this off, I did have like a fun thing I'd like to play with myself and my brothers. That we'd worked really hard for 3 years, and after that, we'd build a model that is good enough to just self-sustain. Sit down on a beach in Hawaii, legs up, a little mocktail at the side or cocktail.